Your setbacks, losses, and obstacles are not preventing you from your divine calling. They're actually preparing you for it.
Open your eyes, your prize is right before you somehow. Whatever you do, just don't miss now.
What do I mean about our setbacks setting us up for our divine callings? Well, think about it. Pain makes you stronger. Tears make you braver. And heartbreak makes you wiser. I have 3 excellent examples of individuals who can thank their pasts for their brighter futures.
The mission of Women's Being Project is to change women's lives by providing stepping stones to self-sufficiency through social enterprise. We're working to help women who have been chronically unemployed and impoverished move into mainstream employment by helping them overcome the barriers that they have to employment. Women's Bean Project makes a line of bean soups, which is the genesis of our name. We also make cornbread mix and brownie mix and cookie mixes. We have a line of spices. A typical woman who comes to the Bean Project has a history of addiction, often has a felony background related to her addiction. She has a history of domestic violence, homelessness. Those are, as individual barriers, they're all very significant and hard to overcome. But most of the women we hire have many of those barriers all at the same time.
You don't go to work, you don't pay your bills, you don't have a place to live. So that's what the Bean Project showed me. Like, you have finances, you gotta budget your stuff. Everything I'm doing, I'm improving, I'm doing it for her.
If you are looking for gifts that truly give hope this Christmas, please check out the Women's Bean Project catalog. I provided a link to make it easy for you in the description portion of the podcast on the Divine Calling with Stephanie Riggs YouTube channel. Dress for Success is another remarkable place in Denver that inspired me to, clean out my closet. You'll see. These folks don't just dress the body, they address the soul.
Before I came to Dress for Success, I was at home. I was quite sick. I was trying to get over some things that happened in my past that really were still affecting me as an adult. When I was 11, I was raped, and that feeling took the rest of my childhood. I felt very alone and isolated when I showed up to my referral agency. I was pretty broken. I kind of didn't feel like I was going to get the job. I didn't feel like I really wanted to try to get a job. And when I came to Dress for Success, I was able to walk out feeling like, okay, I've come to this next step. I can do this.
We provide 3 core things for women who are seeking employment: professional attire, career tools, and a network of support so that they can thrive not only in work, but also in life.
I was nervous, and I came to Dress for Success initially for interview suiting. Got a lot of positive feedback from my coach that was there that day. She let me know that I could do anything, and that I had a bright future ahead of me. I felt very beautiful, very confident, and I really felt that the best was ahead of me. I was able to really shine in my interview.
So did you get that job?
Yes, I did. I got that job. I'm still working that job. I felt like it, gave me that extra boost. And I think what really gave me the extra boost was talking to the career coach. Even to this day, I still feel like, anyone that hires me is very lucky indeed.
When we share our stories, that's how we get unity. That's how we come together. You are not alone. None of us are alone. And it is with that story that we can move beyond and above anything that we are or has happened to us.
I was able to really learn that even through what I have been through in life, that I had magic within me, that I had a purpose.
Dress for Success is a place where a woman can come in and not only get an awesome outfit for an interview or clothing for her job, but it is also a group of sisters who are here ready to support and encourage other women to succeed. I want her, when she walks out the door, to feel strong, to feel empowered, and to feel that she has a group of sisters right here waiting for her when she gets in the job to come back and be part of that professional women's group.
I am proud of Dress for Success because it works. Every single day I come to work and I watch women sitting in our lobby and they have job interviews and they're starting work and they are nervous. And when they come in and the personal stylist works with them and the career coach motivates them, they are ready to go. And so I'm proud to be part of an organization that is changing women's lives on a local, national, and international level.
Now I feel like I can handle the world. I can budget. I know what financial tools are out there for me. I know that I hold the key to my life, and being able to unlock that and unlock that magic, that means that I'm able to share with others.
Dress for Success Denver has helped over 13,000 women achieve economic independence by providing professional attire, career development tools, and a network of support so that they can thrive in work and in life. In Denver, we have a tagline: we inspire confidence, courage, and belief in women. And I love that because it's the belief in yourself that really has pushed us to the top of helping women everywhere.
You may have driven by the big Jesus Saves sign in downtown Denver or seen it in news stories. No place typifies that truth more than the Denver Rescue Mission. This is the story of a once hopeless man who, when faced with jail time or rehab following a DUI, he chose rehab and landed at the Denver Rescue Mission.
I had no place to go at that point. I'd burned all my bridges, and so I was homeless for all intents and purposes. My sister picked me up and dropped me off at the downtown shelter. I talked to the intake chaplain there, J. Earl Krebs, and he said there was a wait list for the program, but he put me on the wait list. But he reserved a bed for me while I was waiting to get into the program so I wouldn't have to sleep on the streets. I was happy to have that opportunity and looking forward to getting into the program. During that time, I also got to work to kind of stay busy, and what I did, the job that I had there was I checked the guests into the bed on the computer at night. And so not only did that teach me responsibility, but there's an important revelation there that I had. In between the guests and myself, when I was checking them in, you know, there's glass in between where they stand and the desk that I was sitting. And I realized that, you know what, the only thing separating me from them at that time was that glass. And because I was in the program, I was on the other side of that glass. And that's when I realized, you know what, that this program, that this is a provision of God, that this is a blessing. It gave me a place to stand. It gave me a place to be, to establish a foundation of sobriety. And I didn't have to worry about bills or where I was going to sleep. I just had to worry about what I was going to do and how I was going to mature and how I was going to improve. So there was a lot of hope there. There was hope of what was to come. You know, I think in the book of Joel, there's a verse that says, I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten. And I think that for me, that was very true. Eventually, as I became more mature, and staff members helped me along the way. After I had that foundation of sobriety and I had learned about the Lord, I was able and given the opportunity to go back to school. And so in that point, I still worked and I was able to earn my degrees, my special education degree, finish my psychology degree, and finish a math minor. So now that I'm out of the program, I'm in my 11th year teaching math at an alternative high school, and I have a family. I have a wife, I have an 8-year-old daughter, I have a house, and it feels great. I have a life again. I have joy. Without God, without the help of the people at the mission, I could not have done any of the things that I did. Without the New Life program, I wouldn't have a new life. I wouldn't be sitting here today. It's safe to say that if the road were easier, I wouldn't be where I am today. And where I am today is right where I'm supposed to be.
These are just a few examples that remind us, if we run from our trials, we miss the message that our messes are not detours, but actually training ground to our divine callings. We learn to trust God to see us through to the light. I don't think God is as interested in our comfort as our character. Throughout it all, we discover our divine calling, which for each of us is to reach the lost, the hurting, the hopeless, and encourage one another along this temporary journey that hope is not just for the holidays, but for all of eternity, thanks to the very reason we celebrate Christmas. Merry Christmas.